Let's see now Arrhenius equation. Temperature dependency of the rate of a chemical reaction can be accurately explained by this Arrhenius equation. That is, how rate of the reaction is dependent on temperature. By increasing the temperature, at what extent rate will increase can be accurately explained by this Arrhenius equation. Arrhenius equation is given by K equal to A into e to the power minus EA by RT, where K is rate constant. You know that A is Arrhenius factor or frequency factor or free exponential factor. It is a constant for a given reaction. So Arrhenius factor is the constant for a given reaction. EA is activation energy. This you have to know. R is gas constant. You know that value. T is temperature. Temperature should be in Kelvin. In this you don't know activation energy. Let's see that activation energy. Activation energy. Energy required to form intermediate compound or activated complex is called activation energy. See what? Energy required to form intermediate compound or activated complex. See this through an example. Let's take this reaction. Hydrogen and iodine reacts to give you hydrogen iodide. See actually how in molecular level it takes place. Two hydrogen atoms bonded with a bond and two iodine atoms bonded with a bond. When they will react, hydrogen molecule and iodine molecule will collide and form an intermediate molecule. During this old bond will break down and new bond will form. So this is intermediate compound or activated complex. It will be with more energy, so immediately it will form HI and HI. See, to form this intermediate compound or activated complex, reactants need some energy. That energy is called activation energy. So energy required to form this intermediate compound is called activation energy. Take an example, you will understand more clearly. See, this is bomb. To burst it, you need a small amount of spark, then it will burst. That small amount of spark is called activation energy for this bomb. Let's take one more example. See, in cooker to light, you need a small amount of spark from lighter, then it will light. That the small amount of spark is called activation energy. So for reactants, some small amount of energy is required to form intermediate compound or this activated complex. That energy is called activation energy. Let's see through graphically. See, here is a ball. It has to come down here. To come down here is a barrier. To overcome barrier, you need to push this some amount of energy. You need to put this much amount of energy. You need to put energy on this much to overcome this barrier. This amount of energy is called activation energy. Similarly for reactants also, see, this is graph, potential energy versus reaction coordinate. See, here is our reactants. So product has to form. So it has to for reactant to form product, it has to form activated complex, that is intermediate compound. So it needs some amount of energy. This amount of energy is called activation energy. After activated complex is formed, So it will form the product. This is the activation energy. So what is activation energy? Energy required to form intermediate compound or activated complex is called activation energy. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel to get more videos. Like the video, share the video and spread worldwide to help others.